Welcome back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and well, my friends, it looks like we are getting closer than we think to the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2. There is something happening in the atmosphere that even the major media like CNN and others are actually covering the Nintendo Switch 2, possibly coming very, very soon. So in this video, I want to go ahead and recap everything we know so far, plus a few new things about the Nintendo Switch 2. This is the video you need to watch. If you want to know everything that we know so far, including a few updates, then this is the video for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we get into this video, I would love to ask for your subscription, but not just ask, I will put in the work for you, because here we have Monday to Friday news every single day, Odyssey News, where we talk about everything inside the world of Nintendo. We have products and we have reviews. And other than that, in the personal side, I am a big advocate for disabilities because I myself am legally blind. My daughter has autism, so I am a big advocate for disabilities and people with autism as well. So if this sounds like a place you would love to subscribe to, I would love for you to be part of the family. Hit that subscribe button and that bell for notification and join our amazing family here at the Odyssey. Thank you in advance for your subscription, and let's get into the news. All right, so Nintendo Switch 2, let's start with the name itself, right? We know that, well, Nintendo Switch 2 is just a placeholder that we content creators have been using to dub the next-gen system from Nintendo, but as of yet, we don't know whether Nintendo will keep the Switch name or will they go with something completely different. So that is in the air. Nobody has actually leaked any information regarding the name itself. And so, well, yeah, so far, Nintendo Switch 2, that's all we call it. How will it look? How will the Nintendo Switch look? Will the form factor change drastically? Well, I am happy to tell you that, well, Nintendo has just completely merged the handheld and that console together to make us a Nintendo Switch hybrid console, and it is planned that they will continue to proceed with the hybrid model, meaning the same form factor that we have now is the same form factor we'll see then. Now, when it comes to updates to this same form factor, we are expecting Nintendo to have a bigger LCD screen, an 8-inch to be exact. Why 8-inch? Well, because you will be able to play games in 1080p. So in order to play those games, you'll need a bigger screen. So the 8-inch LCD screen is expected to be in the next Nintendo system. Yes, it will not be OLED, it will be LCD. And well, there's still the question out there whether Nintendo will use the latest technology, which is called Mini LED, which is comparable to an OLED screen, but it is more affordable and less power consuming. So that's when it comes to the actual Nintendo system as a whole. The Joy-Cons will also be present, but they will be improved. There is a patent that we actually discovered on the channel a while back with the new system for the joysticks, the actual joystick. So there's a possibility that Nintendo will actually give us something similar to the Joy-Cons, more ergonomically friendly, and it'll have a different system within the joysticks to avoid Joy-Con drift. We know that through another patent, Nintendo also kind of were working on their own version of the holographic joysticks that use magnetic fields, but Nintendo uses something different when it comes to the actual joystick. So we know that the Joy-Cons will be improved. We don't know whether they will keep the Joy-Con name just because of the Joy-Con, drift kind of thing. I'm guessing they want to go with something new as well. And so that's what we have for that. There are also rumors out there that the NES lineup of buttons and colors will also be featured on the next Nintendo Switch, and so the A, B, X, and Y will have a different color in each button that kind of mimics the old retro NES Super Nintendo Entertainment System button frame. So that is what we know so far when it comes to the physical part of the Nintendo Switch. We have heard from credible leakers out there also state that there will also be two versions of the console. There will be one that is fully digital, and there will be one that is physical, meaning you can play physical cartridge games on them. And so it kind of follows the trend that PlayStation and also Microsoft Xbox have been doing. For example, they made a PlayStation 5 digital and a PlayStation 5 with the physical drive on them. And so even the latest PlayStation 5 is now a slimmer version where you can actually remove or attach a physical drive in order to play physical copies of games. And so it's expected from Nintendo to also follow that suit and give us both a digital version of the console at a lower price and also a physical version where you can actually play these physical copies. Now, when it comes to the features, kind of looking at the same exact physical digital thing, backwards compatibility is expected to be a thing, both digitally and both physically. Nintendo is adding that little cartridge slot in there. It'll be a little bigger because the cartridges for the Nintendo Switch 2 will be bigger. We'll be using NAND 3.0 if I'm not mistaken, and they are a different technology. It's a faster, better kind of a cartridge with better storage, and it reads a lot faster as well. And in the same exact slot where that cartridge is going to go, the Nintendo Switch cartridges would also fit in there, and the system will be able to read them as well. So when it comes to backwards compatibility, we are expecting it to be a thing, and hopefully this will make the transition easier for anyone who is actually expecting to bring their library of games, because who here has a big giant library of games, at least digitally, right? We all kind of do. So hopefully backwards compatibility is a thing. We also expect NSO, Nintendo Switch Online, although we don't know whether Nintendo will rename it, to also be a part of the moving forward with, and also Nintendo accounts. These are things that were confirmed already by Nintendo themselves when they were asked about transitioning and when they were asked about the next gen system. They have confirmed 100% that NSO and Nintendo accounts, including purchases, save data, and history, will move forward with you to the next gen system. So that at least is a feature that we know will continue moving forward. Now, there is another feature, okay, that it's been discovered on a patent here on the channel that has us all very excited. And now this one is an update, okay? This is a new information maybe for you. For those who have already heard it on the channel when we discovered the patent, then it's not new for you. But for those of you who are watching this video for the first time and have heard all the information, you might find this one to be new because nobody covered it. We covered it on the channel because we covered the patent. This is the one that we are most excited about. Temporary share of digital games with up to 4 people. Yes, you heard me right. Nintendo is working on a feature that will allow you to share digital games with up to 4 users. Okay? So for example, if you are playing the next big Mario game and you have completely defeated the game, you're done with the game, then you are allowed to actually add somebody to your little list and be able to share that game with them temporarily. We'll probably have like a time frame in order for them to be able to download it and play it on their device. But this is a real patent we discovered on the channel that tells us that Nintendo is working on ways to better serve us digitally, right? Because we know that we're moving on a digital trend, on a digital world, and so Nintendo is actually working on different ways in which they can serve us with digital games. So sharing of digital games temporarily with up to 4 users. This is a big feature, guys. The next feature will be basically an unknown one. This next feature is more like something that we'll know once they announce the Nintendo Switch, because it's a new mechanic, right? Every new system has a new mechanic, this new thing that sells the console and that, makes us play the game differently. Miyamoto himself mentioned and confirmed that yes, there's a new mechanic coming when he was talking about the backwards compatibility and how it's easier to move games forward, but that when they are talking about new games, they always focus on the new console with new games, because each new console has new mechanics and the new mechanics apply to the new game. And so Miyamoto himself confirmed that there will be a new feature, a new mechanic added to the next-gen system that will only be for that next-gen system. So, in a way, any new game that comes out on a Nintendo Switch 2 will possibly, almost certainly not be compatible with the current gen Switch. So, yes, backwards compatibility, all current games compatible with the future console, but no compatibility when new games come out with the current gen system unless Nintendo issues a dual release for consoles. Another really big feature here that, again, this might be your first time listening to it, just because these features, guys, are all patents that we've discovered here on the channel, and it gets us excited, right? It's Nintendo's Entertainment Hub system. Yes, Nintendo's Entertainment Hub. Having the Nintendo system as a personal hub for your entertainment, not only with digital games, but also for movies and music. Yes, you heard me right. Nintendo is working on a video streaming service by Nintendo. They're also working on a streaming service when it comes to music, Nintendo game music, and they're also working on a hub so that we can connect all of our favorite providers out there. So a Nintendo Entertainment Hub for the system. This is basically kind of just like every other hub, but I think Nintendo will take it a step further with adding their own movies and their own music to the hub. So for a subscription, I'm guessing to Nintendo Switch Online, you'll have access to movies, to music, and to soundtracks, all that stuff in regards to Nintendo Switch Online in the entertainment section, right? You'll be able to store games and movies and be able to watch them on your Nintendo Switch. I'm guessing that alongside, we'll have also finally come Netflix and Disney Plus and all these other streaming services, together with this hub. They will actually make it to the Nintendo Switch 2. So there you have, guys. Those are the features: backwards compatibility, NSO and Nintendo accounts moving forward, temporarily of sharing digital games with up to 4 people, an unknown new mechanic that Miyamoto confirmed. We'll find out then. A video streaming service and entertainment hub for the Nintendo Switch is another feature. And so those are the features coming to the Nintendo Switch, or rumored to come to the Nintendo Switch. Let me know if you are excited so far about all of these amazing features that we can expect, hopefully soon, in the Nintendo Switch. Now, let's talk about the specs, okay? I normally don't talk about specs that much because I care more about how the games look and how fun games are, right? Rather than having them look hyper realistic or anything like that. But I want to add the specs to this video just to give you guys that information, okay? So far, NVIDIA is working on the chip for the Nintendo Switch. They have worked on the Switch chip. They're the ones who work on the actual Nintendo Switch chip, and they will continue to do so for the next gen system. They are working on a chip that is compatible, or with DLSS 3.1, which is a good digital upscaling, right? We can actually play games in 4K resolution. These games will also be compatible with ray tracing, which ray tracing is basically the shadows that you see, make them more realistic. And so ray tracing will be part of it. It'll also be done by AI, which is crazy. AI upscaling is another one that Nintendo themselves are working on, separate from NVIDIA. They are working on their own AI upscaling for digital games, right? To go ahead and make games look a lot better. So it's expected to play in 1080p on handheld mode and in 4K resolution on dock. Now, there is another rumor out there that the actual dock will give a little bit more juice to the Nintendo Switch 2, give it a little more power, right? Like, it has its own CPU within the Nintendo Switch dock that will actually give the Nintendo Switch a little boost. Now, that's a rumor for now, but all we know so far is that we could expect DLSS 3.1 to be part of it, and NVIDIA is working on the chip. It will be able to do ray tracing, 1080p on handheld mode, which is an incredible upgrade to what we have now. You will see the difference. If you are a handheld player, you'll see the difference. And 4K resolution when docked. Now, when it comes to price and launch date, here is where we also have some updates. Now, we got two prices out there now, because since we are expecting apparently two versions of the Nintendo Switch 2, the digital and the physical version, then we have two price lines for the console. The first for the digital will be $399, okay? $399 for the digital version. So it's $400 in total. $400 for the digital version and $449 for the physical version. $449 for the physical version. This is $100 more than the current Nintendo Switch OLED. And the reason for this is because, of course, it requires more money to invest because it has higher specs inside. The hardware is just more powerful than it was that the Switch is, and so with everything, with inflation, things have gotten up, and so Nintendo has tried to maintain a good price range. Now, these prices are rumored, guys. Nintendo could still literally give us a $299 console and a $349 console. They can keep the prices the same. It's up to them, right? We don't know yet. These prices are just rumored out there, and it's just it's placeholder for now. We don't know yet until Nintendo announces price. Of course, those are the price, the launch time, the launch date, the launch date. So the reveal for the Nintendo Switch is expected to be late March. Okay, now more and more credible leakers, more and more credible sources, even media outlets like CNN, Fox, and a lot of other people are jumping in that Nintendo will soon reveal their next-gen system. And so now we are on board for March. For March, the end of March. Now, we are expecting also a Nintendo Direct very soon, because this year is unlike any other year. Normally, we do have the Nintendo Directs in February. If it's in February, we'll have it on February 7th. If not, we'll have it even before. So hopefully, we should be hearing some information about Nintendo, about their next Nintendo Direct coming soon, because that will be the very last Nintendo Direct regarding the Nintendo Switch. Okay? So, a March reveal is expected for the Nintendo Switch 2 with a summer launch. Okay? March reveal, the end of March, with a summer launch. And this is Nintendo doing so because when they launch a system, then they can focus on selling it and selling the games. Nintendo wants to have a big year with their Nintendo Switch 2. They want to actually kind of hit the floor running, because the Nintendo Switch has been so successful. Even to this point, it continues to sell. Nintendo, with their Nintendo Switch 2, they want to hit the floor running. They want to start selling software, and they want to make sure that they don't fall off a cliff. They want to maintain the momentum, and so therefore that's why I believe that March is a great time period for that, to the reveal, and then a summer launch. It could be a May launch or even a June launch. That way, Nintendo can focus on promoting and announcing the newest games. Now, when it comes to games, talking about games that will be launched alongside the Nintendo Switch 2, it is rumored, and it is so exciting, that Nintendo will be launching the Nintendo Switch 2 alongside a brand new Mario open world game. A new 3D Mario game with new mechanics that will show off the graphics for the Nintendo Switch 2. It'll show off the brand new Mario, brand new design, brand new world. And it's just going to be a brand new experience for us Nintendo fans when it comes to the Mario game. And the other game that is expected to also be a launch title, and this is because, of course, Mario and this other game are system sellers, is Mario Kart 9. I know there's a lot of people that call it Mario Kart 10, Mario Kart 11, but whatever Nintendo decides to call it, it's going to be the next gen game in the line of Mario Kart. Yes, so the next Mario Kart is expected to also be another game launching alongside the Nintendo Switch 2. And these are games that are actually system sellers. Right now, Mario Kart is the #1 game on Nintendo Switch, and therefore it'll probably be the #1 game on Nintendo Switch 2. Mario, with Nintendo Switch, Nintendo launched Mario Odyssey in the same year, and therefore with this Nintendo Switch 2, of course, Mario, Nintendo's baby, will also be the launch title for this the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, there's a third game that I want to add here. This is not confirmed by anybody. This is just me talking about what I want to see for this third game, and I want this third game to also be within the launch time frame. Maybe not day one, but at least within 3 to 4 months of the launch system. Maybe this year, right? And this is Animal Crossing, because Animal Crossing, believe it or not, was a huge game. It launched in 2020. It is 2023, 3 years ago. It hasn't been that long, but the game itself has sold so many, has helped so many, and it has recovered this amazing giant fan base. I mean, this game began the cozy era, right? What the cozy gaming community is called, right? So Animal Crossing started the cozy thing. From that point on, the cozy community just grew and grew and grew and started expanding to other games and other franchises. And so today we have this cozy community, just big and flourish and awesome. And so Animal Crossing is one game that I want to see added to the next Nintendo Switch as a possible launch title, or very near to the launch title. My friends, we have made it. This is it. This is the end. We have gone through everything that we know so far about the Nintendo Switch 2. This is an amazing year. We are so excited. I don't know how excited you are, but I know that I'm ecstatic, and I cannot wait for Nintendo to finally reveal the Nintendo Switch 2. I am more confident than ever that we'll see it soon, with all of the major outlets and all the major media joining in on the excitement for Nintendo, for this new console, for a fresh start, for brand new games coming in. And I'm just over the moon, guys, over the moon. I will be working on some videos regarding the brand new Mario game, regarding the brand new Metro game soon. So subscribe for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are amazing, and I will see you in the next one. Before, never give up and journey on. Peace.